Good morning, everyone. Back on the Appalachian Trail again. This time I started at the Nantahala Outdoor Center near Bryson City, North Carolina, working my way south to Tellico Bald, where I'll pass Wesser Bald Fire Tower. Hopefully I'll have good views if it's not too foggy. Humidity is really high. Temperature is not bad. Probably hovering around 70 degrees here at 9:30 in the morning. But humidity feels like it's around 80% or more. Did have some rain yesterday, otherwise I would have spent the night, so I'm just doing a 16-mile out and back day hike to Tellico Bald from Nantahala Outdoor Center and back. Gonna commit to the AT more regularly from here until my vacation, late July, early August of this year, where I'm gonna try and knock out the section from Springer to Highway 64 in Franklin. If I can knock out this section right here, I decided to start from Nantahala Outdoor Center, but next week I'm planning on starting from way at Bald, working my way north to Tellico Bald, so I'll have this section knocked out all the way to Fontana is my plan before my vacation early August. So anyway, I don't know if you can make it out, there's a overgrown trail behind me, which is intersecting the AT here. Here's the AT, White Blaze. That's going south, and there's a trail behind me going north back to Nantahala Outdoor Center. Making pretty good progress already, 1.5 miles in a half an hour. So I'm gonna make it a good day. And only thing is, I forgot my Bluetooth remote, so I won't be able to take videos of me walking, but that's all right. It kind of gets monotonous anyway sometimes. Some people can make it look really good though, I won't lie. Some of the YouTube channels I watch. But anyway, I digress. Follow me for more footage on the trail. Very humid. It's like a jungle out here. Very overgrown too, in places anyway. Got these weeds and whatnot growing right up over the trail, scraping up my legs. Still fun though. Wouldn't change it for the world. This is pretty cool. Up ahead you see that fog, and there's blue skies in places. At least I passed some blue skies, but I'm hoping the fog dissipates enough to give you some views from Wesser Bald. Starting to get a view of the ridgeline over there. And the fog is dissipating as the heat rolls in. It's not really hot. Feels like it's in the 70s as I climb in elevation, but it's still very humid. So there I go. Gonna keep on moving until I get to Wesser and beyond to Tellico. This is opening up real nice up here on the ridge. Hear the cicadas? You hear that? It's that time of year. That's where I came from. Beautiful views. Let's walk ahead a little bit. See what we could see. It's kind of like pine forest meets deciduous forest up here. These trees look like they've been devastated though, maybe by the invasive species, the balsam lily adelgid, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Let's keep on walking. Man, oh man, I do like this. is pretty sweet. Continuing up there. I'll show you in a little bit. Man, is it looking good up here. I'm only 3,900 feet up too. Still have another 700 feet more to climb before I get to Wesser Bald. But this is amazing. Look at those ridges. Look at that, sea of ridges. That's why they call it the Blue Ridge. They kind of look like a haze of blue, especially in the summer with all the foliage and the haze and humidity. Man, check out this climb too. I'll show you here. Let's go up. Big step up. It's pretty steep. Looks like the Nantahala River down there. Whew. Steep climb. All right, let's walk ahead. Show you all these steps. Check that out. I'm not sure where I want to stop videoing. This is just too good. This section right here is just too good with these views. Man, I just gotta keep on showing it to you. Look at this. Rocky outcrop, cliff's edge. This is really cool, man. Kinda wish I brought my Bluetooth remote so I could set up my tripod. But, let's give it to you like this. Look at that. Just about 360-degree views. I am kind of blocked by the side of the mountain behind me. Look at that. It's a long way down. You wouldn't want to lose your footing here. Man, it is awesome. And it came from there. So I was thinking while I was out here, my favorite time of the year to be on the trail, whatever trail it may be. I was thinking I really enjoyed hiking in the wintertime, even though you have to pack more to be comfortable, especially if you're spending the night. It seems like the wintertime is just an amazing time of the year. You don't have to worry about bugs, snakes, or even bears if you're spending the night. And there's less people out, less crowds, so you get more solitude. And that's a plus for me, because I don't mind camaraderie. I enjoy being by myself a lot of times. being alone with my thoughts. It's not a reclusive thing. It's more of a inspirational thing, you know, because you get inspired thoughts when you're out here solo. Just plenty of time to think. So anyway, yeah, you get clear views in the wintertime. And doing it the way I'm doing, section hiking affords you more options than a through hike. Granted, in a through hike, you are hiking through several seasons. For most people who do it over a 5-month period, start early spring, finish late summer. I just like the choices that you're able to make to come out here any time of the year and just knock out the trail in sections. And summertime used to be my favorite time of year, but honestly, I like every season. They all have their advantages. And the only thing you really have to worry about in the wintertime is the cold, the snow, and the ice. If you check out the section I did from Carver's Gap to Irwin, Tennessee, where I did that over 2 nights, I spent the night in 2 shelters. That's where I shuttled from Irwin to Carver's Gap and hiked back to my car in Irwin. And that was at the Mountain Inn and Suites. And I did 10 miles at night the first night from 7:30 at night. I actually started a little earlier than that. I couldn't make up my mind if I wanted to stay in the Roan High Knob shelter near Carver's Gap or press on, and I pressed on another 10 miles in the dark, and there was a lot of ice on the trail there. It was pretty neat. It's the only thing you just have to watch out for, but summertime where you're walking through tall foliage, the undergrowth, you worry about snakes, you know, they could be hidden. And if you are walking with a footstep that's not very heavy, you might startle them. Copperheads and rattlesnakes are the 2 main venomous species here in the southern Appalachian Mountains. Plus you have to worry about black bears more when you're spending the night. So it's best to practice safe camping etiquette so you don't invite unwanted guests. But I mean, like I said, every season has its pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages. In summertime, you sweat a lot, and you have to make sure that you stay hydrated more so. But I mean, I don't mind it. I could tolerate the heat, and I've learned to tolerate the cold. Even though the cold used to be my Achilles heel, I learned to tolerate it, especially this past winter where I experienced my first cold weather overnight backpacking trips and tested my gear out. Started off with a Coleman 0 degree bag, and that did just fine, even though it was a synthetic bag. And I moved up to a Marmot Never Summer bag for my bigger section hike back in March. That was a good buy. Really enjoy that bag. Don't need it this time of year, but it did the job. So anyway, just thought I'd share that with you. Just a moment of thinking things over, and want to know what your favorite season is to hike in. Maybe you could shoot me a comment on this video and tell me what you think. Pretty overgrown here. Wesser Creek Trail. Looks like a wide open campsite over there. Well, that's why it was wide open, because it's where the shelter is. I think this is the Wesser Bald shelter. Let's see. Look at that. Warning of black bear activity. Bear-proof canisters. I have one, but I'm not spending the night, so. Nice little shelter, though. How you doing? Pretty good? Did you go up already?
Not yet.
Not yet?
It's gorgeous up there though.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Long way up. When you're afraid of heights. Made it. Look at these views. Man, it's amazing up here. Boy, Hank, I know they put that about you there. Referencing my friend Hank. Man, gorgeous. I'm gonna sit here and have a break. Made it to Tellico Gap. I'm gonna walk back to the Nantahala Outdoor Center. And next week, let's see, we got the trail right there. Okay, so it looks like that's, yeah, White Blaze. Next week, I'll park here and hike to Wesser Bald from here for 18 miles round trip out and back. 9 miles one way. Time to head back. Nantahala Outdoor Center near Bryson City in North Carolina. It is hopping right here on the Nantahala River. Waiting for my food over there at the River's End restaurant.